Kitesurfing, written by Joe Windsor. Kitesurfing. Kitesurfing is one of the fastest growing sports in the world. Kitesurfers use the energy of the wind to rush across the water on a board attached to a controllable kite. They are participants in a challenging sport full of thrills and excitement. To be able to jump, jibe and ride in the air across the water, a kitesurfer needs to have some special gear. Kites. Kitesurfers can use different types of kites. Some of these kites are inflatable tube kites, which are easy to launch and relaunch from the water, single skin kites that are built around a frame, and ram airfoil kites that are filled by the wind, giving them their shape. Boards. Kitesurfers can use different types of boards. Two types of boards are directional kiteboards, especially designed for kiteboarding. These have foot straps, fins, and sometimes foot pads. Wakeboards are designed to be pulled behind boats for tricks and jumps. Only a confident kitesurfer usually uses a wakeboard. Harness. A harness allows the surfer to be connected to the kite. A kite has strong flying lines that are connected to a control bar. The control bar has a loop which can fit into the hook of the harness. The hook helps to prevent the kitesurfer's arms from getting too tired by taking the pull of the kite. The surfer can use the harness like a power control system to increase or decrease power during kitesurfing. Optional accessories to wear. Wearing the correct equipment is important for the safety of the kitesurfer. Wetsuits, buoyancy jackets, helmets, sunglasses, hook knives and booties can often be found in the kitesurfer's kit. The wetsuit helps to keep the kitesurfer warm. The buoyancy jacket helps to keep the kitesurfer afloat. The helmet helps to prevent any serious head injuries. The sunglasses protects the kitesurfer's eyes from bright light. The hook knife can be used to cut tangled lines, and the booties can be used for warmth and protection. The art of kitesurfing. Like any flying or sailing sport, it is best to have a steady, constant wind. Kitesurfing gear is made to fly in winds as low as 8 knots and as high as 50 knots. Once the kite is airborne, the surfer is pulled along the surface of the water by the power of the wind collecting in the large kite. With this wind power, the surfer can steer, jump and land. Learning to kitesurf takes a lot of practice and persistence to get it right. Some extreme surfers have surfed in winds up to 75 knots. Many kite surfers can learn how to kiteboard on land before venturing out onto the water. They choose an area with wide open spaces and no obstructions. Kiteboarders should wear as much body armour as they can to prevent any injuries. The airspace in which a kite can fly is called a wind window. When the kite is directly above the surfer's head, it is in the neutral position and has less pull. As the kite is steered from one direction to the other, it passes through the power zone. Kitesurfing in the power zone is full of thrills and can be very fast and dangerous. A kitesurfer can use the flying lines to slow down, speed up, and to steer. Kitesurfing festivals are held around the world. Surfers can enter competitions in events such as freestyle, so spins and loops, hang time, and long distance racing. A surfer needs to understand weather and wind conditions and the surrounding environment that they are going to surf in. Kitesurfing is not as dangerous as some sports, but safety has to be taken seriously. Respect should always be shown to others, and kite surfers need to know and follow rules. Certain rules. Rules. Stay clear of electrical power lines and overhead obstructions. Choose a safe launching site. Have a competent launching assistant to help you. Always announce when you are launching your kite. Keep outsiders outside your wind window. Do not let your kite lines cross anyone's path. Disable unattended kites. Surfers sailing forward with the wind blowing from the right have right of way. And there's your index. Okay, your questions are: what are the types of kites kite surfers use? Number 2, why should kite surfers wear as much armour as possible? And 3, why do they call it the art of kite surfing?